just what you do for love, you know.
Don't let my tears start to make you cry. Each time I try to say my goodbye, I try to stop asking why.
We knew at some stage the time was going to come when one of us was going to have a child, you know. It was inevitable. I didn't know quite when it was going to happen. You know, we were really, really happy about it. But then you start thinking about, oh, your career and all. At the time it was great because, you know, we were doing the record, so I was in one place. And I had loads of time to spend with my son for the first year. But now things are sort of starting to pick up again. And I think you just have to try and fit them in. If you want to do this as much as we do, I think you have to decide to do it the best you can and sort of keep both things going, without obviously sacrificing his happiness, whatever in that way, you know.
In the last few years, I suppose we've spent a lot more time apart and kind of gotten our own, because I think when we started in the first few years there was no other lives other than our life together as a band. It's fresher now because we get back to each other, and I suppose if you're constantly around each other you can lose the respect of each other as an individual. You know, it can go back to, listen, you were like this when you're 6 and you're still like this. You know, it's like, it can kind of get like that.
In terms of us living and working on the road, you know, we've got sufficient breaks in between tours, in between promotional tours and live tours, so that we don't get fatigued and we don't get too tired of each other. And you know, I've said this before, we're very lucky that we get on as well as we do. It wasn't always the case, but we get on extremely well. Sorry dear, no juicy gossip in there, I'm afraid.
Other bands, it's different. I think other bands get together and they're a band, individuals, and they become a family. I think we're kind of a family and kind of had to become a band in a way of the respect of the individuals. You know, not the judgments that families can do to each other. So.
As you can see, I'm the talented one in the band.
It's, well, this is our work, you know, we're back at it now. We've been back at it about 2 weeks now, doing lots and lots of promotion preparation in terms of the videos and electronic press kits and photo shoots. And it's great to be back in it. It's because we've been out of it for such a long time. But if, you know, in 6 months' time, when we're kind of doing it day in, day out, it'll probably start to get a bit monotonous. But we have to pinch ourselves at times and remember that we're very, very lucky what we're doing, you know, and it's a great occupation to have.
We are in the old bakery in Brixton, which is some nice ladies' brilliant loft apartment where we're doing a photo shoot.
We're hopefully going to get a shot that will be good enough for the album cover, and also for various different publicity photographs that we need.
We kind of want it to be just reflective of us and who we truly are, individually as well. That, you know, I'm wearing something that I'm comfortable in, and I would wear. For that reason, gone with people that we really trust, that know us.
We've a lot of people around us that we're very comfortable with using. We have Jane Rufford, our stylist, who's just, she's fab, and she knows she knows each of us.
The photographer is Kevin Westenberg, who's a wonderful photographer we've worked with on a number of occasions.
It's a lovely, relaxed atmosphere, you know. It's good fun, you know.
I
We have a certain look, and on occasions, to be honest, it's been suggested that we kind of try and, just experiment. And we're very open to experiment, and we've made some mistakes. We certainly have. This is much more natural. It's much more kind of rock and roll. It's who we are. It's who the Corrs are, I suppose. So we're not trying to be anything different.
We've just shot pictures of us performing, rehearsing in a way, and we set it up like a rehearsal studio.
You're not aware of the camera, and that's what's great about Kevin, is that he doesn't make you so aware of him, and he doesn't want that. He doesn't want that to come across. So you're just doing your thing like you would normally be in a rehearsal room, chatting, stopping, breaking, and he just takes the shots.
We're in Wapping. We're in a boat on the Thames, and we're doing just some more photos. We're going to go outside later and go into, I think we're going to do some upstairs outside on the boat. It just represents a band, and it's like it's just about music rather than like a fashion shoot or anything like that, because that's just not what we're about.
Yeah, they're cool, but I mean they're made for like anorexic legs or something.
It's just, a cover that's strong with the 4 faces on it, and that's what we're looking for.
Of course, so many things do have to be posed, but stuff that just looks kind of rocky and edgy and yet true, rather than just aesthetically beautiful, But we'd like to get both, of course. There's moments, it's quite strange to be, the whole thing on your face and, and then the touching up and stuff like that. But I think it's essential that you're just working with people that you love and are really comfortable with.
Okay.
The thing is that it all boils down to belief in the album, and that's the thing. I am really proud of our albums, and I think that I see the achievement the older I get, how wonderful an achievement it has been. If you're immersed in it, you don't see it. I mean, right now I bought a radio the other day for my house, so I can actually hear the single plate. Now that sounds normal. I never did that. I never got the joy of going, there's our song, Yeah, it's funny when you hear yourself on the radio, it's always surreal. It's kind of like that's that band, the Corrs, because half the time you could be on your way to Sainsbury's, and you're about to get the milk and the bread and all the rest, or I don't know, even when you're going to do a gig, it does still seem quite odd. It almost is like I'm probably more ambitious than ever for this. I want it to be heard. I believe it's worthy of it. I really do, and that's what it comes down to. I think it's good music. I think they're good songs, and the more people, the better.
I'm going to just take it week by week because if I look to the future, I think I'd probably just go mad. Because if you look at a schedule 3 months down the line, you just go, oh my God, how am I actually going to do this? But I think you just take it week by week, and I really want to do it, and I've a lot of faith in this record, and I've a lot of hope for it. So I I want to work. I love being a mum, but I like to work too. So you can do both if you want,
We love music. We love writing. We're going to endeavour to continue going for as long as we love what we're doing, and as long as people want to hear us,
Playing live is like just the most stimulating thing for me to ever do. It's just the most stimulating thing, and you just get so involved in the songs, and I love that. And I was just sitting there today thinking, how lucky am I to do this for a job? How lucky am I to be able to do this? I mean, it's spectacular, and to have people playing around me and great musicians, and just having that lovely sort of harmony with other people. I think it's wonderful, I love it.
Everyone's changing, I stay the same. I'm the soul look shallow outside a chorus. I've got a secret, it's time for me to tell it. You've been keeping me warm.
Summer Sunshine I wrote on the piano in my home in Dublin. Let me see. And it was to do, there was a few different things. This is quite interesting actually. I've been to New York and I was there with my boyfriend and we were walking along and I saw a place, I saw a sign, The Bitter End. And before I'd gone out to New York, I had this song in my head and I had pretty much the chorus. But I saw The Bitter End and I thought Sweet Beginnings. So it kind of led into everything. Then, you know, once you find some words, it just kind of flows then. Apparently that's the place that Bob Dylan first played in New York. I didn't realise that. So that's quite interesting, a story about it. But yeah, so basically it's bittersweet, it's sweet, it's actually bitter completely. It's about really a doomed relationship, that it cannot be. And so every moment is so precious. And that's really what it is.
Everyone's changing, I stay the same. I'm